Okay, so first step is to polish the part as well as you can get it. My favorite thing to use is a Dremel tool with, as you can see, Q-tips cut in half. Just got that side polished. Now I just gotta finish polishing the whole thing, and then we're gonna clean it and we'll nickel plate it. And as you can see, it is looking good. The more time you put into it and more effort you put into it, the better the outcome is. It's a little bit like prepping a car for paint. The more effort you put into it to make it right, the better it comes out to be. Okay, so before you get into the actual plating part, you got to make sure you wash this over and over again, soap and water, then using rubbing alcohol. You don't want there to be any oils from your fingers, nothing. Wear some gloves. Okay, so to nickel plate things, you're going to need to make this solution here. It's very simple to make. It's just vinegar. Matter of fact, it's this kind of vinegar. You need to go online and buy a strip of nickel. I have it in like 6-inch strips, get it sent to me, and I cut them in half. Add a positive to one of those pieces of nickel, and then the other piece of nickel you're also going to stick in it and add a negative to it. Turn your power supply on and let it run for usually like 12 hours. Now that you know that, you're going to want to get a power supply. You can use a battery. You can even use a phone charger if you want. I personally love these little power supplies here because they're cheap and you can adjust the voltage and the amperage. So you can put it anywhere you want. The less voltage and less amperage, the longer it takes. The more voltage and more amperage, the less time it takes. But there's also a trade-off. The slower it goes, the more even it goes to an extent. And if you go too fast, you can get shadowing and bubbles on the nickel when it's done to look through. Because once you stick this piece of brass in and start nickel plating it, it will be bubbling. The only difference though is at lower voltage, the amount of bubbling it does doesn't affect the actual nickel going onto the brass. So now that I've explained that, let me hook this bad boy up, start this nickeling process, and I'll bring you back. So once you're ready to put the part in the solution, the positive side goes to another piece of nickel, one of the nickels you were using earlier, and then the negative side connects into whatever part you're trying to nickel plate. Okay, so now I have it in the solution with the power supply hooked up, and right now we're doing 13 volts at 0.35 amps. As you can see, it is slightly bubbling, which is a good thing. So one thing to remember also when doing this is there is a shadowing effect that can happen. Being our piece of nickel is here and it's kind of a straight line to that, like say something on the back side of this trigger guard might not get plated. So sometimes you have to rotate the part. One thing to remember is when it comes out of the solution, you're still going to need to polish it up a little bit. It won't be perfectly shiny when it comes out. It'll be just a tiny bit dull, but then some good metal polish makes it perfect. All right, everybody. This was the trigger video and the nickel plating. Boy, did she come out pretty. This is being sent to Blackie Thomas as a gift from the YouTube channel 11 Bang Bang and also myself. It is a Whitneyville Dragoon, and I love how it came out. Look at her. Woo! She pretty. I hope you like it, Blackie. Hopefully this will make it so you guys can see it better. Well, this is one more project finished. I hope you guys like it. And as always, see you in the next one.